welcome back everyone to the Bend & Wrenches YouTube channel. How the hell you doing? So we got a fun little adventure in store for you. Maybe for some of you longtime viewers, we got a truck back that we did a little deer collision work on for a friend of ours. They are converting it to a plow truck. We were told that the last time. We're looking at installing a leveling kit. Bring up the nose on this thing. Being a strut style truck, these things don't take a lot, so they're adapting, they're using what they got. They're a landscaping business that's kind of just starting out, so they're using what they got, and they got the family hauler. So what we're gonna do, we got a Daystar, oh hell, I think it's a 2-inch leveling kit. I'll get you a part number here in a minute on that gem. So basically, we're gonna bring the nose of this bad boy up a couple inches. At least offset the the loss with the plow. So what the hell, better than dragging the nose. So yeah, let's get her started. Well guys, we got the old tire off, getting ready to tear into her. Just wanted to kind of go through it. Ended up being a 2.5-inch leveling kit. Right there's the Daystar number. So I went with this one specifically. When you see it, it just makes more sense. I had put one in before. It's like a spring spacer. God, they're a pain in the ass. You got to disassemble a strut, let alone an old used strut, you know? So these ones here are a kind of a large phenolic spacer. It's still plastic, but I mean, they sell it, right? So a lot easier to install. You still got to pull the strut, which is still a pain in the ass, but you're not disassembling the strut. So kind of start you off. What you do with these, you always want to start off with pulling the sway bar link. That's kind of got you bound to the other side. That'll, disassemble that from there, Next, the tie rod end. So then we're at that point, we just gotta do the upper ball joint. Hopefully with those three, it'll allow the lower control arm to swing down enough for us to put the spacer on top of the strut. So let's get tearing her down. Hopefully it's as simple as that. We'll find out. Man, oh man, guys, that top bolt was an SOB. The old Loctite did its job, and then it's also a nylock, or, well, however the hell they fastened it. But, man, she gave me a run for her money. But with that being said, we are off to 3, it looks like 15s up here. And then this dude's already loose. We'll pop him out in just a second. And then we got this big dude here. Think that might be it. So let's see if we can get that lower ball joint to kind of pop out of there. There you go. That didn't take much. You always make sure your hose ain't pulled too taut. That's a big thing there. But yeah, let's rip them couple bolts out. Hopefully that lower just kind of shoves down. Should, right? Just, pry down the, I mean, we got a big ass pry bar too. We can make it work. So let's get to her. You always want to get your deep creep out. Remember, there's always time for lube, folks. Give them a good douching up there. You know, honestly, my favorite ratchet. I got this thin line snap-on. You know, it's like a damn razor blade cut in your hand, but in them tight spots like that, she works mighty fine. So let's rip these dudes out real quick. So we got our lower strut bolt here. You know, one thing to keep in mind with these ones here, you want to tighten that one up when it's on the ground. You could wear the bushing out. Yeah, I mean, it's got 200,000 miles on it. It's probably a little on the war side, but put it on the ground, ride height, snug the bolt down. Yeah. Man, I don't know how it is for you guys, though. We got these mosquitoes out here right now. They're like little freaking pterodactyls. That's what we get springtime in Michigan. You know, it's what happens when you live in the woods. The old tire pile don't help either. Shh. Yeah, that's my luck. Seized in the bushing, so we're gonna tinker with that. Trick I learned years ago, ball joint press. Works real nice over these. So we may have to try that here in just a second. So let's give her a shot. Sorry for the noise, folks, but that is a silent, well, not so silent victory, but son of a biscuit. She's moving at least. She is moving. That's a win in my book, I think. Let's get this thing the rest of the way out, and hopefully we didn't mess it up too bad. So, worst case, I guess we're going to do a strut and a bushing, but we should be all right. I think we'll be fine. I hate to admit defeat, guys, but she bound right up pretty good. Plus, we started tearing up the strut a little bit. Simply put, trying to press that off. Let me see if I can find a good angle for you guys to see. Started kind of misshaping it. I would say she sees pretty good. It's got 200,000 miles, so... Sorry, Richard. You gotta get struts, buddy. But they ride better, you know? It's gonna look good. It's gonna give you the stance you've always wanted. So we are back. It is the next day. We are here to hopefully get it apart. We did get new struts. Score there, by the way. We're gonna start off basically by cutting this SOB out of the way. And then at that point, hopefully get the rest of our bolts out of there. If not, we will have to get the lower bushing. Of course, you know, I got the wrong ones. We end up getting the lower control arm bushings. By all means, that is not it. So we're gonna work on trying to get that out. Hopefully it was moving. So I'm hoping if I get the strut out of the way, I can use the ball joint press more accurately. Let's give it a shot. What do we got to lose? The strut is already bad. It's time to cut it off. Let's go. Well, guys, it didn't work out in our favor. The bushing we kind of thought we tried planning for, that we got the wrong ones for, you know. The rubber tore loose, trying to get the strut out of the way. So I did finish cutting it. It's not that big of a deal. Just, you know, we're dead in the water for a few minutes till we figure that out. But it is loose. It should kind of just pull right out of there, though. I mean, there's some satisfaction. Piece of shit. So we're gonna put the spacers on. We'll get them bolted on. Hopefully that goes on smooth. And then jump to the other side, get working on that. Hopefully come to some sort of, you know, head to this thing here. But we know the driver's side needs the bushing at least. Because you know what? She's stuck in there. So it is what it is. Let's get to her. Well, I figured I'd at least show you how to get these out of here. So the rubber just kind of fell out. So what I like to do, there's different tricks, but I like to take the Sawzall. If you cut the metal, it relieves this tension there, and they kind of just pound out, or, you know, whatever. But this always works for me. Let's give her a shot, see if we can do it in live action here for you. Now the biggest thing is, guys, you don't want to cut too far. You don't want to get into that aluminum. So the trick is just a wee bit. I'd say we're at our happy medium. So let's see if she comes out of there. That's how you get it out of there. All right, guys, so we are going to put the spacer on the strut for the driver's side before we jump to the passenger side. Just get everything ready for the bushing, so when it's time, it's time. But I wanted to show you real quick. So through Daystar, they give us our directions. I mean, who reads them? It's common sense, right? So they have these, basically a stud extender, and what you do, well, hell with that one. Let's start with this guy here. You take this and you thread it onto there to basically extend the stud. So the phenolic spacer in turn sits over your newly extended studs. That's how you get 2.5 inches, guys. Just, you know, pointer, you know, she might understand. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. But first we have to kind of see the size difference there. We got to cut back to. And we gotta cut that little, you know, unthreaded, self-centering nipple piece off there. So we're gonna start with that, get these spun on, get this one all set and ready to go, jump to the other one. Let's get to her. All right, we got our studs on. And that is how you add 2.5 inches. That easy. All right, so we got lucky the passenger side came apart. We're gonna go ahead and we got the strut pulled down. Very critical to pull the sway bar link. Gives you a lot more movement, especially trying to fit that big ass spacer in there. So we're gonna go ahead and get an extra hand here and pry down on the lower control arm while we try fishing this bad boy in there. By all means, one-handed would be tough. So We're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I kind of get this guy fished in there. I like to get one of the, well, the idea is to get one of them maybe started. At least this way, we can pry it down and hopefully swing it over. So, I found a good spot right here. Just watch your hose too. I'll tie down that. Keep going. Keep going. A little more. All right, she is being a tight SOB. Let's see here.
Move that sway bar link out of the way. I think that's what's holding. There we go.
Keep going a little more. All right, let up. Let up. Let up. All right, there we go. A little strenuous, but we got it. So basically, had to go through, pry that down. Now you can kind of see where the suspension lift is gained right in that unit. So really all it does is push down the lower control arm, lifts the truck up, but it's gonna give us a mini for the plow. So we're gonna get this passenger side wrapped up. Our bushing should be here soon, hopefully. And damn, these pterodactyl ass mosquitoes, I tell you folks. But once we get the other side down, get her buttoned up. All right, so something I wanted to talk to you about real quick. So when it comes to these things here, sometimes you gotta kind of cheat and use nice 4x6 here to push up on the strut, kind of compress it a little bit. Other than that, this thing would never reach. I mean, hell, you're probably 6 inches away, it seems like. But tech tip of the day, big ass piece of wood, shoves up on the control arm, made us, made us so we can get the bolt in there. So we got the passenger side all buttoned up here other than the tie rod end. So we're gonna wrap this side up and we'll show you the bushing install here in a bit. Then we'll get this thing on the ground and get it the hell out of here. So I might get a free plow job out of this deal, you know what I'm saying? All right, day 3. We finally got the right part. It's a Moog bushing right there. Again, it's for the strut there. So yeah, 3rd time's a charm. We got her, guys. So let me open this bad boy up. Oh, let's see what we got here. Tear this bad unit open. It looks right. A little tappy tappy. Now we'll probably use the ball joint press, kind of use that. It's a big ass C-clamp, drive her right in. So spray it up real good, that helps, trust me. Always time for lube. So we're gonna get that knocked in, show you that part, and probably wrap this up. You guys already seen over the other side together, no fun. So let's get to it, get this thing on the ground. All right, so you always want to take note on how deep this thing is, because it actually don't go flush. It sticks out about a 1/4 inch past. So once you get there, you're in. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this side up, get her on the ground. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We got her done. 2.5 inch daystar leveling kit, you know. Turned out pretty decent. Not a bad looking setup now. It'll be nice for the plow. It is a little high on the front, but once it settles, it's got new struts, new spacers, all that stuff will settle a little bit. But I just want to tell you guys thank you, appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. If you want to see more content like us, let us know. Thanks.